Is Prince Harry's playboy reputation justified? The now happily married prince has been linked to a lot of celebrities, and even some of his distant cousins. Here's what all of Prince Harry's exes have said about him. In the early 2000s, Prince Harry was in the midst of his wild child days. A fixture in Britain's nightclubs, the redhead prince regularly made tabloid headlines with his escapades, and details of his various flirtations filled gossip columns daily. It was on one of those nights out that the royal met Cassie Sumner. Around the time Sumner met the prince, she had appeared in the TV series Dream Team and posed in several men's publications. In 2004, she found herself at London's China White Bar on the same night as the royal. Speaking to British tabloid The Mirror, Sumner revealed that an intoxicated Prince Harry invited her to join his party at a private table. The two chatted and canoodled for around 45 minutes before the club closed. Sumner didn't seem too disappointed that their meeting never bloomed into a full-blown relationship, telling the tabloid, "If I'm honest, I didn't really fancy Harry. I prefer more muscles on a man. Anyway, I can't see myself getting invited home for tea with Prince Charles and Camilla."
I don't think you can force these things. It'll happen when it's going to happen.
In 2004, Prince Harry met the heiress Chelsy Davy, with whom he built a lasting relationship. In fact, prior to meeting his wife Meghan Markle, Davy was the young royal's longest romance. After meeting in Africa, the pair dated on and off from 2004 to 2011, and many royal watchers considered the couple's love to be the real deal. In the documentary Will and Kate Into the Future, journalist Richard Kay said of the couple, "It's a real love match. There's no doubt about it. There's great passion between the two of them. When they're together, the tension is visible. There's electricity. There are sparks flying everywhere." But in the end, despite their obvious chemistry, the couple determined that they just weren't compatible. In 2016, Davy spoke to The Times about being thrust into the media spotlight throughout her relationship with Prince Harry. She explained, "It was so full-on, crazy and scary and uncomfortable. I found it very difficult when it was bad. I couldn't cope. I was young, I was trying to be a normal kid, and it was horrible." In 2009, Strictly Come Dancing contestant and X Factor host Caroline Flack met Prince Harry through a mutual friend. The couple dated for an unspecified period of time before choosing to end their relationship once the media got wind of their affair. In her autobiography, Storm in a Sea Cup, the Love Island host shared a bit more about her romance with the prince. Flack said that meeting Prince Harry cheered her up and that she really liked him on a personal level. Things were going swimmingly at first, as Flack explained. "To meet a prince is so unlikely, it would be weird not to acknowledge it. However, once the story got out, that was it. We had to stop seeing each other. I was no longer Caroline Flack, TV presenter. I was Caroline Flack, Prince Harry's bit of rough." Cressida Bonas is another one of Harry's exes who struggled with the media attention that surrounded her relationship with the prince. A distant connection of King Edward VII and the daughter of the socialite Lady Mary Gay Curzon, Bonas was no stranger to the public eye when she first began seeing the royal in 2012. Still, she apparently credits the overwhelming attention they received with driving them apart. According to The Sun, it was Prince Harry's cousin, Princess Eugenie, who first introduced the couple. For 2 years, they quietly dated, only occasionally surfacing together in public. But their commitment to privacy didn't stop the rumor mill, which regularly printed stories wondering if Bonas and Harry would get engaged. The pair would split in 2014, but Bonas continues to fend off questions about her romance with the royal. As she told ES Magazine in 2020, "The hurdles and barriers for me are when I'm trying to do my work and people want to talk about him." Mollie King shot to fame as a member of girl group The Saturdays. The blonde bombshell's love life was widely discussed at the time, but none of her relationships got quite as much attention as the one she shared with Prince Harry. The singer reportedly met the royal at a polo match in 2010, but their relationship didn't move beyond friendship until early 2012. They were often photographed together at clubs and bars, but it wasn't until months after their relationship ended that they publicly confirmed they dated. During an interview on BBC Radio 1, King said of the royal, "He's very out of my league. Come on, I just went out with loads of friends and all of a sudden we are an item, but we're not."
I try to always see the good in the situation.
In 2010, Prince Harry was briefly linked to Norwegian rocker Camilla Romestrand. The singer apparently met the prince when a mutual friend invited her back to the royal residence. While Romestrand never spoke to the press about her royal fling, one of her friends was seemingly eager to share details with anyone who would listen. The source told News of the World, "She's confided to a few people about her friendship with Harry. She talks about staying overnight at the palace. She says he was a total gentleman, but doesn't divulge much else." Ultimately, the couple allegedly split because Romestrand didn't want her connection to the prince overshadowing her music career. Another model with vague ties to royalty, Florence St. dated Prince Harry for a couple months in 2011. It's also worth noting that Harry and St. George are apparently 8th cousins. For the most part, the couple managed to keep their summer romance under wraps. Eventually, St. George ended things after becoming fed up with the prince's playboy ways, with a source telling the Daily Mail. She felt he had a wandering eye all the time, and she wasn't really into not knowing who he was flirting with or talking to when they were apart. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about the royal family are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.